Hey guys, Derek here. Welcome back to the channel. We are here to react to another episode of Obi-Wan Kenobi. This is episode 5. What happened last time on Obi-Wan? So last time was all about Obi-Wan rescuing Leia from Fortress Inquisitorius. He pulled the old two kids in a trench coat trick to get her out. And he also, in the meantime, encountered this like Jedi kind of tomb almost, where they had, at least Force sensitive individuals kind of encased in this like amber type stuff. So they could theoretically be alive, but they were probably dead, and they were either being kept as like trophies or warnings to anyone else that they torture down there, or they were maybe being used to, start that cloning program for Palpatine, where they needed, tissue from Force sensitive individuals or something like that. I don't know. But it was kind of creepy. And that one, I didn't recognize him when I watched it, but I saw later on that the old one that had the cane was the one that helped Ahsoka in the Clone Wars with like finding her lightsaber and things like that. So that's really interesting as well. But then it ended on kind of like a weirdly like somber tone, right? Like they wanted us to feel like really depressed about that one pilot dying, even though we knew him for like 45 seconds. But I guess it was to really signify that this is really the start of the war, the start of the rebellion, where these people were kind of just like rebels in a sense. Now they're like legit soldiers in a war against the Empire. And it was also marking really the first time that, Leia has had someone die for her in the rebellion, and might have sparked the journey of her being part of the rebellion going forward. But then they're also being tracked back to wherever their home base is. So presumably, Vader and Reva are going to follow them and try and kill them. So that's not good. Last episode wasn't my favorite episode of the series so far, but I'm still having a really good time with it. I'm really excited to just see where this journey goes, and I'm hopefully excited to see more of Hayden Christensen's Darth Vader in other stuff, like maybe the Ahsoka series or the Andor series or something like that. That would be really interesting if he got to continue that. But otherwise, I'm just really pumped to jump into this next episode. So before we do that, if you end up enjoying my reaction, please leave a like on the video. It means a ton to me. If you're new here or you find yourself coming back often, hit subscribe and ring the bell so you're notified when I upload, especially if you want to see me react to more Star Wars content, because I will be reacting to all of it. So look out for those videos when they come out, because Andor is coming in August or something like that. So coming up quick, and Bad Batch Season 2, that's going to be fun as well. And then if you want to see the full uncut version of this reaction, consider supporting me on Patreon. I post full uncuts for everything I watch over there. So if you're interested in that, consider checking it out. Your support would mean the world. But other than that, let's jump into episode 5 of Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Ah, there you are.
Was beginning to think you weren't coming.
Then maybe I stand more of a chance this time.
This is amazing.
Are you ready?
They're definitely trying to de-age Hayden's face.
Then let's begin.
This is what everyone wanted from last episode. Oh. Is that what he's thinking of?
Where is he?
The tracker worked. He's arriving on Jabim as we speak.
Ooh.
You have done well. Kneel.
As he cuts your head off. What if he just kills her?
Grand Inquisitor.
Ooh. Named her the Grand Inquisitor. I mean, I assume something's still gonna happen to
Set
her
the course, Captain.
because of
Leave for jumping
we need the return of the actual Grand Inquisitor at some point, right?
Archer,
Hey, what's
what are you doing
up?
here?
I had nowhere else to go.
Right after I saw you.
We'll do whatever we can to help.
Dang right you will, Obi-Wan. That looks so cool. I like seeing Vader go through hyperspace. The light will fade, but is never forgotten. True facts. Oh, look at all those lightsabers. Those memoirs. Oh, yes. Jedi robes, baby. Put them on.
It's Vader.
Hey,
He wants us
¿Por
to
qué no los
surrender.
dos?
We surrender, he'll kill us all.
He'll attack next. He hasn't the patience for a siege.
How do you know?
He's familiar.
Go too aggressive, Anakin. Be mindful. I'll take it.
Yeah, he doesn't care.
Mercy doesn't defeat an enemy, Master. Which is why you're gonna lose.
I love seeing these little flashbacks.
Launch the attack.
Just get some insight. I mean, we already knew this about Anakin, but it just adds more context to his character as a whole and how it informs the way he would act as Vader.
Roken, how much time do you need to override the doors?
3, 4 hours.
You have one.
4 hours? Classic. You have one. The general giving orders. That's such a TV trope, though, where they're like, how much time do you need? And they're like, I need 10 minutes. And they're like, you have 3. It's like, that doesn't change how much time I need. Just giving me a shorter time frame does not make it get done faster. Dang, son, those look like hefty guns. Look at all those stormtroopers. Yo, Leia, find your little droid and turn it back to the good side.
That was underwhelming.
I don't need your opinion.
Did you try going in the vent to see what's
Got
going
him.
on?
I'm a little too big to be crawling around in the vent.
Leia.
I'm going to need a ladder.
It's not playtime right now, Princess.
Yeah, she ain't trying to play.
You trust me? I trust her. Get her the ladder.
Damn straight, Obi-Wan. He's like, just do what she says, man. She's extremely capable. That's such a Leia thing, too. She'll just be like, just give me a ladder. I'll do it.
I know we said no communication, but your silence worries me. He's found you if he's learned of the children. I don't hear from you soon. I'll head to Tatooine. Owen will need help with the boy.
Dang. What a good man. He's straight up being like, yo, if Vader has killed you and my daughter, I'm gonna go help Owen with Luke. Like, he, even in grief, probably he has his mind on the overall goal. Bail Organa, what a G.
14 people died, 6 of them were children.
Wow.
Anything to help. One for everyone I get through.
Oof.
Some things you can't forget.
Some
You
things
can fight to make them
you
better.
need to remember to keep going. Right? Like, when you got a mission, you need a reason.
Lord Vader will have you at any cost.
You mean Anakin? You knew who Vader was.
Yeah, how did you know? All the questions people were asking?
Unless you were there. The night of Order 66, you were a youngling. That's how you knew you saw him.
Mm-hmm. Oh, everyone was right. She is the one. She was that little girl. Oh. As she just cuts children down in front of her.
I tried to help them, but I was too weak.
So now she has to get strength.
I played dead. Hid with the bodies. Felt them go cold.
Oof.
They were the only family I knew.
So she just pretended to be dead. Oh, that hits tough, honestly, with specific news events like that school shooting recently and stories from some of those little kids.
He was your Padawan. Why didn't you stop him? Why didn't you
Yeah,
save us?
she blames him for the trauma that she went through. And everyone was saying Reva's a bad character. Just have some patience, people. This right here is what you were waiting for. Oh, classic. Classic move. Woo. He sent her back though. He's got a little bit of his force powers. He's working it. God damn. Obi-Wan just standing out in front of everyone. Oh, there's a lot of them though. There's so many. Christ, brother. Oh yeah, get that boy. Even the droid is shooting. Oh, the music is beautiful as well. Haja, please don't die. Ned, please survive, Ned. No! Oh, good. Oh no! Oh, Tala's dying. She just took a blaster to the gut. Ned, no! I like Ned. Oh, Tala and Ned, two partners in the Resistance. They were the ones that were working together in that little tunnel system. Oh, he's shielding her. Oh, that's a thermal detonator.
May the Force be with you.
I like her. You should throw that though. Don't just hold it. Oh, that's that prequels combat. That's that episode 3 sword fighting. Let's go.
Admit you are beaten.
No. Don't admit it. He just mind tricks everybody.
You're not bringing him to me. I'm bringing him to you. Are you gonna let him do it again?
Oh. That's some subtle manipulation there, Obi-Wan.
What makes you think you won't see it coming?
Because all he'll see is me.
Yeah, he doesn't care about her at all. He'll only see Obi-Wan. He's so blinded by his hate that even when his actual kid is there, he doesn't see him. He only sees Obi-Wan. Hopefully they have their sabers set to blunt mode.
Your weapon's gone. It's over.
Oh, let's see what happens. Fix Lola. Take the thing out of her. Yeah, look at them bodies, son. That's light work for Obi-Wan. Follow him in there. Dang. Whoa, 10-year-old is fully capable repair person already. Get your badooties on this ship. Oh my god. Oh, he's pulling an Ahsoka and Star Killer. He's like, you're gonna stay here. Jesus, this ship better have been empty already, son. Yeah, as a decoy. That was still insane, though. Oh. Snagged. Got bamboozled. What if Obi-Wan's behind him? Oh, no, she is. Oh, you can... She's nervous. Her hand is shaking. Oh, is this where he... Is this where she dies? He's not even using his lightsaber. He doesn't need to. He's not even deeming her worthy of using his own weapon. Oh, yes! Use it as a helicopter! He's just his natural force presence is enough to push her back. Dual wield him. God, Vader is a menace. Oh, he just takes it out of her hand. Ah! He's gonna be like, I remember you hiding in that body. I let you live as a child.
Did you really believe I did not see it, youngling?
Oh, he knew. He knew.
You are of no
And there's the Grand Inquisitor walking in. Like, what's up?
Hello, third sister. Revenge does wonders for the will to live, don't you think?
Exactly. He's like, I'll take that back.
I'll leave you where we found you.
In the dirt.
In the gutter. where you belong.
Oof. She's such a good character. Like, she's so complex, but
Grand Inquisitor.
they are just a well-oiled machine. What is she realizing? Communications. The beacon. It's the message from Bail Organa.
If he's learned of the children, well, then Tatooine. Owen, help the boy.
Oh no! Well, we know that Vader doesn't go to Tatooine, so I assume he won't learn of this message. But what if Reva survives and goes to Tatooine? Look at young Luke. Oh, best episode of the series so far. God dang. Deborah, I don't know why I doubted you last time. Crushed it. Man, everything about this episode was perfect. Like, seeing the flashbacks to Obi-Wan and Anakin just kind of sparring, just, fighting each other. Somewhat playfully, but at the same time, like, Anakin still desperately needs to win. That was beautiful, because that's what we all want to see is a prequel's flashback of Obi-Wan and Anakin just doing their thing. But the way it was used in terms of this specific situation was great. Like, Obi-Wan knows, he's like, Anakin's desire to win, to prove himself, is so great, and he has no patience for a siege. Like, the tactical smart thing for the Empire to do would be just to lay a siege for a couple of days, wait for all your food and supplies to run out, and for you to give up, and then they can just take you easy. Either kill Obi-Wan at that time or just wait until they give him up. But knowing Anakin, he's like, he'll have no patience for a siege. He'll want to attack right away. And it's just, like, every interaction was wonderful. It was good to see Haja back. That was fun. Leia had some fun moments where they're like, we can't open the doors, and we're too big to crawl through this vent. And Leia's just like, get me a ladder. Like, I'll do it. Like, that moment was so Leia, of just like, she's just like mildly annoyed at the fact that the other people can't get the job done. And she's like, just get out of my way. I'll do it myself. Like, even though she is a princess of Alderaan, she is totally willing to crawl through some vents real quick and just she'll take the initiative. She'll get the job done herself. And she's a capable little tinkerer. Like, she was able to repair that, get the doors open. Like, she's golden. This episode, it was really cool to see Obi-Wan Kenobi kind of being Obi-Wan Kenobi, right? Like, he took up the position of general in this episode. Like, he tapped back into that Clone Wars mentality of, like, telling people, he's like, okay, you do this, addressing everyone, being like, if we all do this together, we can get out. Like, trust me, we will live. I will protect all of you. And Reva, I can't speak highly enough of Moses Ingram. All these people, all these dumb idiots that spent the first 4 episodes being like, why is she so angry? Why does she need to yell? Like, she's not even a good character. Shut up! Like, you morons. Like, how do you not think that that Reva is a good character and that Moses Ingram acts her beautifully? Like, the complexity of like even just the subtle facial expressions in every scene she's in, you can blatantly see that there's more underneath. And you know, the people that could actually use their brain for the first couple episodes have been theorizing, you know, how does she know Anakin is Darth Vader? Why does she hate Obi-Wan so much as well? Why is she what happened to the Grand Inquisitor? Why did she kill the Grand Inquisitor? Like, all these people have been like, oh, the show breaks canon. No, it doesn't, you dummy. Like, you're so dumb. Have a little patience. Freaking A. Like, okay, one thing. I just watched, so the most recent Stranger Things episode that I put out on YouTube just, yesterday? There's a scene between Dustin and Steve where where Dustin's like, do you need everything explained to you? Like, you're an adult. And I was like, okay. I made a comment. I was like, Dustin, talking to the Star Wars fandom. like my mans, if you need every little thing spelled out to you right away, you have no media literacy. Like, you're so stupid. Try using your brain for half a second. Like, oh, I feel so vindicated. I feel on top of the world right now, spending the first 4 episodes, you know, responding to dumb losers in my comments that are like, oh, it's breaking canon. Like, you can't kill the Grand Inquisitor. But like, it's because it didn't happen. You think the show creators are just that incompetent that they're like, oh yeah, let's just kill the Grand Inquisitor. Let's just make a one-dimensional character that has no complexity and is just angry for no reason. Blah, 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 blah. Shut up. I feel so good. I want to go to war. I need a lightsaber. Oh, for real though. We just had to have a little bit of patience. You know, it's a 6-episode limited series, and you're getting mad 2 episodes in that the arc and the backstory of Reva hasn't been explained in 2 episodes. People were furious, and it's like, dude, get your dumb lizard brain out of the sand and just wait a minute. Like, come on. Oh my gosh. And then all these people being like, oh, Obi-Wan, they ruined Obi-Wan, you know, at the end of Revenge of the Sith. Like, he was a super capable Jedi, and now he's like a little wimpy depressed baby. And it's like, yeah, you morons. That's how it works. Like, if you used your brain and thought about the story that's happened at all, of course this is where Obi-Wan would be. He's been on a desert planet cutting himself off from the Force for the last 10 years, thinking that if he outs himself in even the slightest way, that it's going to kill these kids. Like, and he fully blames himself for not only failing Anakin, like just the isolated incidents of Anakin falling to the dark side, but all the killing and murder that Anakin has done, the entire fall of the Jedi Order, Obi-Wan blames himself for all of that. So of course he's gonna be a depressed hermit in a cave. But last episode, when he has to go rescue Leia, you see him getting a little bit of his mojo back. You know, he's starting to come around to the mentality of he can't just stay a little hermit crab. Like, he is still Obi-Wan Kenobi. Even though he is old Ben, he is also still Obi-Wan goddamn Kenobi. And then this episode comes, and he's not fully back yet, but he's pretty much realizing, like, I can't not fight. I have to do something. And he's using his brain. He's like, I know Anakin. I know what he'll do. I know how to save you people. Like, he's not just giving up. He's actively taking a role in the defense of these people. He's, you know, doing everything he can to get these people out. And it's just like, yeah, like every complaint that all these people had about this show is just, the showrunners were like, oh, you're mad? You're mad? Just wait till episode 5, you dumb loser. There was oh my gosh, there was a dude, his comments are probably still up on episode, I think it was episode 3, right? Probably my most viewed reaction to this series so far, episode 3. There was a dude, he dropped like 30 comments in my comment section, being like, this show's trash, ruins Obi-Wan, Reva's a bad character, Moses Ingram is a bad actress, why does she have a 2022 hairstyle? And it's like, first of all, just to address that blatant racism, Moses Ingram, her hairstyle is not a modern 2022 hairstyle. That type of hairstyle dates back hundreds of years, possibly like thousands of years, to like early mankind. Like, people have been putting their hair in braids and dreads since hella back. Like, if you think that hairstyle is a modern hairstyle, like, you're dumb. Like, that specific comment being like, oh, why do we need a black woman with a modern hairstyle? Shut up. Because she's awesome, that's why. Oh man, I feel, I'm sorry, I'm just like, I'm laying into these people that were complaining about the series, and this video might get a ton of dislikes because of that, but I don't care. I don't care. Those toxic losers can lick my butt. Get it, son? Oh, fantastic. Fantastic. Oh. We're going to talk more about that in a minute, but I feel like I should address some of the other things that happened in this episode. We get a message from Bail Organa that comes into play later at the end, but he's like, hey, I haven't gotten any word back from you, and that, I'm guessing that could potentially mean that both you and Leia are dead. And if that's the case, and Vader has found out about the kids, I'm going to go to Tatooine, and I'm going to help Owen with Luke. And it's just like, Bail Organa, like, what a stand-up dude, right? Like, essentially his daughter. Like, he's not, like, conceding that she's dead by any means, but like he's putting it out there where he's like, if this is what is the situation, I am still gonna be an absolute G, and I'm gonna you know, deal with that grief in whatever way I can, but I'm also not going to give up on Anakin's other kid. Like the opposite mentality almost of what Obi-Wan had in the first 2 episodes before he went to rescue Leia, where he was like, oh, I have to focus on the boy. Like I can't go after Leia, right? And he came around eventually, but Bail Organa is like, dude, I will focus on both of them. I am still part of the resistance. I am, you know, as undercover gets, but I am still about that cause. And it's just like, oh, like he realizes the bigger picture, even with the potential situation of him having to deal with that grief. It's what a homeboy. Like, he's incredible. We get some really nice moments with Tala where she explains exactly when she became disillusioned with what the Empire was doing, where they killed 6 kids and 14 people, and so she marks every person. I think it was, she marks every person that she saves or like comes through the path, or she marked every like 14 dashes for all the people that died. I was making a comment when that specific line of dialogue happened. So, but even that is like, she's like, you know, some things you can't forget and some things you don't want to forget. There are some things that you have to remember to keep fighting. And I think that even touched Obi-Wan, where he was like, you're right. Like, I have been trying to, you know, he for a little bit, he was like, I can't forget this. I'm just going to spend 10 years blaming myself. And then once episode 2 after episode 2, he's like, oh, now I need to forget all of this so I can reconnect with the Force and I can save Leia. And then this is another Uno reverse card where she's like, some things you cannot forget. You know, the reason behind the cause is still important. And it's also cool because it's, you know, it shows that the reason behind the cause is different for every individual. Like, this is not just a war between Anakin and Obi-Wan or like Luke and the Emperor. This is the individuals that are fighting for the rebellion have specific reasons, and whether Obi-Wan wants to give up or not, whether he wants to be a hermit crab or not, or whether he has the strength to face Vader or not, they are still going to keep fighting. Like, it is bigger than the main prequel's character. It is bigger than the Skywalker legacy, essentially, which I think is another cool possibility and sign for the future of Star Wars, that Star Wars is bigger than the Skywalker saga. It's bigger than these legacy characters. Taika Waititi was just interviewed recently about his future Star Wars movie that he's going to be making, and he was like, I don't want to use any of the characters that have appeared, because in order for Star Wars to expand, Star Wars has to expand. We have to make stories that are not focusing on just the same characters. And right, like, it is deeply emotional and awesome to see this series focus on Obi-Wan and Anakin, but at the same time, Star Wars needs to be more than that. Also, another shout out to the people that were like, oh, they've been marketing this series as a Obi-Wan and Anakin series, and they haven't focused on Obi-Wan and Anakin. Here you go, episode 5. Just have a little patience, please. Like, you guys are petulant children that want everything now. Like, just come on. It's 6 episodes. It's less than 6 hours of content. It's like 4 hours of content. You can wait. It's essentially the length of one movie, or 1.5 to 2 movies maybe. Like, just have a tiny bit of patience. Okay, and then the first initial conversation between Obi-Wan and Reva, where she's like, you know, he's gonna come for you, and he connects with her, and he's like, how did you know that he was Anakin? Because Vader would have kept that hidden, and you were too young to have known him personally and seen him, like, fall. Like, you're not Ahsoka. You don't even Ahsoka takes forever to figure out that Vader is Anakin. Like, it's crazy. But, like, he's like, he comes to the conclusion, he's like, you had to have been there. Like, you had to have been one of the younglings that literally saw Anakin Skywalker slaughter your friends in front of you. Which is what so many people have been theorizing from the get-go. Like, as soon as you saw this black little girl get, you know, was part of the group from episode 1, everyone and their mother was like, oh, that's Reva. But even still, knowing that was her, so many people were like, why haven't they revealed it yet? Like, this is why. Because the last 2 episodes of this show have to have so much emotional and narrative significance built into them, that the fact that they waited this long, it's a testament to their patience themselves and their trust in normal Star Wars fans to be patient. So that's how she knew. That's how she knew that Anakin was Darth Vader. She hadn't revealed that to Vader, I don't think, even though he's so strong in the Force that he knew. And we get the reason why she wants, you know, why she went about this whole thing, why she wanted to be Grand Inquisitor so bad, is because she wanted a one-on-one meeting with Vader, right? Not a situation where there's 12 other stormtroopers around, like 3 other Inquisitors. Pretty much every other instance that we've seen the two of them together in a room over the course of the series, there's been multiple other individuals present. Like, she is waiting for her opportunity to kill Anakin Skywalker. And it's, that's why she's so desperate. That's why she's so angry. Because it's not just a situation of like, oh, yeah, Anakin tortured me, which he did. Darth Vader personally like tortured these Inquisitors and made them into what they are. But also, like, the only family that she ever had, she watched this man slaughter her friends in front of her, and then she played dead amongst their bodies to survive. And the reveal that Anakin knew and just let her live is insane, by the way. But like the warning, okay, the warning before the episode, that is what that is about. That conversation that she has where she's like, I hid amongst their bodies, that specifically is why that warning was there. Because if you're unaware, I mean, obviously you're aware of that school shooting that happened just a week or two ago in Texas. They interviewed some of the kids, the classmates of the ones that died, the ones that survived. And there was, I believe it was a little girl, who specifically said that she covered herself in the blood of her dead classmates and played dead amongst their bodies in order to survive. And so that line just hits, honestly, that moment hits like a truck right now, especially right now. But it just goes to show why she hates Anakin so much and why she hates Obi-Wan. She's like, where were you? Like, like, you were supposed to protect us and you weren't there. Like, what were you doing that you were just gone? And then she's also like, he was your Padawan, Obi-Wan. Like, he was like, as much as she blames Vader for it, she also blames Obi-Wan, because she's like, yo, you produced this. Like, you are indirectly the reason the only family I've ever had was slaughtered in front of me. And just the moment where they both come to this understanding of her reasons behind everything, and he realizes like, oh, you want to kill him. We want the same thing. And she's like, do we want the same thing? Like, do you want to kill him, Obi-Wan? Like, I don't know if you do. And it's such an emotionally resonant moment, and that one conversation takes all these questions and concerns that all these people had about her character, trying to be like, oh, they would have revealed it by now. They should have revealed it by now. She's a one-dimensional character. And it's like, if you just use your brain and have even the smallest amount of media literacy, even the tiniest bit of media literacy, you would know that there's more to her backstory. And it's only 6 episodes. Just let them explain it. Wait until they've explained it to judge the quality of her storyline, right? People after episode 1 and 2 were being like, oh, her storyline sucks. Like, her arc is bad. And it's like, you're dumb. They haven't showed the arc. Like, the fact that they, like, intercut all, the flashbacks of Obi-Wan and Anakin fighting together, they used those to explain the dynamic between Obi-Wan and Anakin and how he would understand his tactics in this episode. They also intercut scenes of Anakin as Vader cutting down younglings to put even further emphasis on why she needs this so bad, right? Just brilliant. And then we get the defense, they're trying to survive as this like onslaught comes. There's like 100 stormtroopers. Obi-Wan's doing his thing, cutting people down. Ned and Tala, Ned's the worker droid, by the way, in case you guys forgot. They're going ham. She takes a gut shot. The droid gets shot and protects her. It, like, you know, they've been working together. It's a subtle, just this subtle connection that's built there, even of like they've been working on this planet together. You know, even though he can't talk, you know, her and this droid have been helping people, a ton of people. They've helped a ton of people escape through this path together. And, you know, even though that wasn't like, their connection wasn't explicitly spelled out, like if you have even the smallest pea brain possible, you can be like, oh, obviously there would be a connection there. Like similar to Rogue One, very reminiscent of Rogue One when K2SO is defending while Cassian and the crew are trying to get the plans up to the ship. As K2SO is defending them, he's doing it because he has a bond with them. And Ned, he protects her, and it's just brilliant. And then she, you know, tells Obi-Wan, "May the Force be with you." Like, just sacrificing herself for the cause. So many people have sacrificed themselves for the rebellion to continue. It's insane. It's so good, so good. And then Obi-Wan, he gives himself up. You know, he gives himself up so that she will call Vader down. And he has a brilliant line where he is like, his one line there has so much meaning, where he's like, "You're not bringing me to him, I'm bringing him to you." Like, just that line alone carries so much meaning, right? Like, it shows that Obi-Wan is like, he's truly like trying to tell her, "I'm on your side. Like, I failed you before, but I'm going to do what I can to help you now," right? Like, and it shows that he sympathizes with her cause. Like, he understands why she wants what she wants, and he's gonna do what he can to make it happen, right? Like it's not personally important to him that he be the one to kill Vader. He's like, we can end this together. Like, this man that has caused so much trauma to you and the man that I failed, we together can end him. Like, I will give you your moment. I'm bringing him to you. Like, just brilliant. And then that entire sequence from when Vader gets there. One, that decoy ship is taken off. Like, hella smart tactics, by the way. Like, to have the other ships just sitting behind it. Crazy. But it takes off. Vader just snatches that shiz out the sky. He's like, nope. Like, crazy. Like, very reminiscent of two things. One, Star Wars The Force Unleashed, the video game, where Starkiller literally pulls a Star Destroyer out of the sky. Insane. Shows how strong he is in the Force. They've kind of somewhat, you know, that specific game, you know, they power scaled him up the wazoo. Like, that was an insane thing, and people have kind of been like, you know, if Vader's so strong, why hasn't he done something like that? He just did. The second thing it reminded me of was final season of Clone Wars, when Darth Maul is escaping from the Republic destroyer or whatever that they're on while it's falling into the atmosphere. He tries to escape on a TIE fighter, and Ahsoka grabs onto the ship with the Force, and she's struggling hard to, like, contain this thing. You know, a fast ship, but a small ship. And, you know, she's struggling hard, and she eventually has to give up to protect herself and Rex. But this ship, way bigger ship, Vader grabs that with one hand, and he's like, nope, smash it to the ground, rip the doors off, like, I'm killing everyone in there. Like, say what you want about, you know, Disney era Star Wars, but the work they have done to make Vader just this absolutely menacing presence, just a a menace, for lack of a better word. He is so scary, is insane. Like and then they escape on their own, and then you're like, for a brief second, I was like, is Obi-Wan still there? Did he stay? But no, Reva comes up behind him, and she's gonna cut him down, and he just stops it. He's like, do you think I'm dumb? You think I didn't realize everything about you? Like, I knew who you were from the first minute. Like, get out of town, girl. And she's trying to kill him with the lightsaber, and he's not even using his. He didn't even like deem her worthy to take out his own lightsaber. Like the sheer cockiness of Anakin Skywalker. The man loves to showboat. He loves the spectacle, right? He might have been thinking of his, that flashback where he was sparring with Obi-Wan as well, where Obi-Wan took his weapon, and he's force pushing it gently out of the way. He's just, making her look dumb, essentially. And she can't beat him with one side, so she whips out both sides, turns it into the freaking helicopter blade, and he's like, no, yoink, this is mine, breaks it in two, and then gives it back to her. He's so confident and cocky that she cannot beat him, that he gives her the lightsaber back, and he's like, go ahead, try. Like, let's see what happens. And then he, still going one-handed, eventually just takes it back. He's like, all right, I'm sick of this. And then, flash cuts where he's like, I know, youngling. Like, his use of youngling is very specific, because it means that when he was killing those younglings in episode 3, he had the presence of mind to let some of them live. Like, he knew that she wasn't dead and that she was hiding amongst the bodies, and he let her live. And then when they re-encountered each other however many years later, or however long it took for her to be taken in to be an Inquisitor, he knew right away who it was, where he remembered her from, and he's been aware of all her thoughts this entire time. And so he's like, did you think you could fool me, youngling? Like, get out of town. And then stabs her through the chest. I think he stabbed her. I don't know exactly where. Like, maybe a spot that she could theoretically survive, because she didn't die yet. And then just to add icing onto the cake for all those dumb people that were like, this show sucks, you're breaking canon, you can't kill the Grand Inquisitor. It's like, use your dumb little monkey brain for a second and realize he's not dead. He still doesn't look perfect. I think if they include him in future live action stuff, they should maybe update his look a little bit. He just saunters in, and he's like, oh, hello there. You're surprised. You thought I was dead? Oh, I wonder what revenge can do for the will to live. Like, just taunting her. He's like, you and I both know. Your revenge kept you alive long enough to fight Vader here. My need for revenge kept me alive after you stabbed me. And like, it just shows that Anakin, Darth Vader, has been using her this whole time. All the moments where he's like, you will be Grand Inquisitor if you succeed. He knew the whole time that he was going to put the actual Grand Inquisitor back in his spot. It's just brilliant. And the Grand Inquisitor, he's like, I'm gonna take this pin back. Thank you. Now, just to insult you further, we're gonna leave you. You're not even worthy of us finishing you off right here. Like, you're not even worth the effort that would take, the minuscule effort that it would take to like double tap here right now. Like, not John Wick style, like making sure you're dead. We're gonna leave you here. Just just the cockiness between these two, the partnership that they've shown is beautiful. Like, it's insane, and it just takes all the complaints that all these people had about the reasons they didn't like the show and the ways they were disappointed in it. It's just like, yes, Deborah Chow says shut up. Just fantastic. One thing to note, the escape ship's hyperdrive is broken, so they're gonna need some help from some sort of thing, right? And otherwise they're not gonna be able to escape. 2, Reva got the communication. She found the communication from Bail Organa that reveals Tatooine, the planet she was on, and she knows who Owen is. She knows how to find where he lives. Just like insane. We know Vader doesn't go to Tatooine, but if Reva goes to Tatooine for whatever reason, maybe her dying thing will be like, okay, like she can maybe infer from this message about the kids. Maybe somehow she'll realize that the kids that he's mentioning are Anakin's kids. Because Organa's like, if he finds out about the kids, like the children, the 2 children, she's like, Owen will need help with the boy. Like, I think she's smart enough to realize what that means, and at least maybe like her connection with the Force, she'll be able to sense it, right? So she's not dead. So maybe her last act of revenge against Vader, like her if she couldn't kill Vader himself, she is gonna do to Obi-Wan and to Vader what happened to her, and she's gonna kill the important children in their life. Which, then Obi-Wan is gonna have to go back to Tatooine, and he's gonna have to defend Luke one more time, as he will later on, against Darth Maul, against, I think, Black Chrysanthemum. He fought, I believe he fought, in the Legends at least, he fought Boba Fett at the little Owen's homestead. And then we end with a shot on young Luke Skywalker, just sleeping peacefully in bed, not knowing, the events of what's about to come, and he never will learn about these events, I assume, because when A New Hope comes around, he's this naive, whiny little baby who has, 1, no desire to go on this hero's journey, but 2, specifically also wants to join the Empire at first in A New Hope. He wants to submit his application to the Empire Flight Academy. So, like, presumably Luke will never know about any of this. And it's just like, this show is so good at adding context to all of the relationships involved. Makes it abundantly clear why Leia names her kid Ben in the future. Just the connection they have. And then in A New Hope, when Luke shows up and he's like, I'm with Ben Kenobi, and Leia's immediately like, oh shit, let's go. Like, that's my homeboy. That when she sends him the message and is like, you're my only hope, like, it's even without having seen the final episode so far, like, this singular episode has made this such a top tier Star Wars property already. The only subpar episode in this entire series so far was the last episode. Episodes 1, 2, and 3, fantastic, ends with this like frightening crescendo of a fight, and then a little bit of a come down in episode 4 to reset, and then right back up with this episode. Just brilliant. Oh my gosh, this was so good. I'm so pumped for the next episode. Oh man, and I just feel such vindication. Such vindication, of spending the last 3-4 weeks online defending this show, defending the writing, defending the acting, defending Moses Ingram against all these toxic incel losers. these dumb racist buttholes that were trying to be like, oh, her storyline sucks, she's a bad actor. You're dumb. Use your brain. I just feel so good. I'm on top of the world right now. Like, as a fan of all things Star Wars, like I love it all. I'm a big dumb nerd, right? Like, and as an optimist, someone who looks on the bright side of things, I am eating good right now, boy. Like, let's go. And I don't care. Okay, also, normally, there would be a moment where I would be like, you know, when I'm trashing all the people that disagree with me in my post-episode stuff, in the moments where oftentimes when I have those moments, I'm like, okay, well, all right, I don't mean all of it. Like, I'm just playing it up a little bit, being a little over-exaggerating. Right now, I mean every word. I mean every word, every syllable, every letter that's come out my mouth, son. Say it with my chest. Get out of here. I just feel so good, especially because it's been so blatantly obvious that so much of the criticism, specifically against Moses Ingram and her character and the writing behind her character, so much of it has come from a place of just blatant racism. Like, people, like, the writing and the acting, even if it wasn't good, like, even if she was just okay as an actor and the writing was just okay, like, so many of these people would totally forgive that. They would let it slide if the character was white. It's just so blatantly obvious that the fact that she's being ragged on so much, for one, not bad acting. Like, she's an excellent actress and she's been doing a great job in the series. And then also the writing. It's so blatantly obvious that these criticisms are coming from a point of racism. It's just, it makes me so mad, but then it also, when I'm ragging on those people afterwards, being like, you suck, like, it makes it feel so good. it feels so good to tell these toxic, racist buttholes to go lick some dirt. Like, oh, so good. And then all the people that are trying to be like, Star Wars is woke. Star Wars has gone woke. The storyline sucks. How about you fire yourself into the sun? We don't need you. The Star Wars fandom doesn't need you. Humanity as a whole doesn't need you. Go away. Like, go crawl back into your little basement cave and you know, go to your own little incel forum and just go to that little echo chamber. You guys are assholes and no one likes you. It's just, I feel so good. Also, if you come in my comments with any of that, I will respond. I'm not the type of YouTuber that's just gonna let you comment this bull crap. Like, if you come in my comments with this toxic, racist crap, I will come for your career. I will respond to every comment you make because I'm about that life. I thrive on that, buddy. I forgot this dude's name, but I will come for you, son. Let's go. I'm so happy right now. Let me know what you guys thought of this episode down in the comments below. And please explain in great detail why it was incredible. And if you think it sucked, shut your damn mouth, cause you're wrong. If you liked my reaction or you liked this massive post-episode rant, leave a like on the video. It means a ton to me, helps my channel grow a lot. If you're new here or you find yourself coming back often, hit subscribe and ring the bell so you're notified when I upload, especially if you want to see me react to more of Star Wars, including the finale of Obi-Wan Kenobi, Andor coming out later in the summer, Bad Batch Season 2, all of it. I will be there with bells on because I love Star Wars, all of it. I love the prequels, I love the sequels. I really enjoy the original trilogy, but like specifically the prequels and sequels, I grew up on that shiz, so that's my jam. I still love the original trilogy, but like I love the prequels. Like I love the prequels, even though objectively they're not great films. I fucking love it. I love it all. It's so good. So if you're interested in watching me just have a good time reacting to it, subscribe. And then if you want to see the full uncut version of this glorious episode's reaction, consider checking out my Patreon. That's linked in the description below. I post full uncut for every single thing I watch on the channel in watch-along format, so you just sync up your own copy of the show and you can watch along with me. Obviously watching this on Disney Plus, so sync that up and have a grand old time having fun with me. But otherwise, I think that's all I got. Thank you for watching. May the Force be with you, and I'll catch you guys next time.